The new immigration statistics for the July to September quarter has shown a steady flow of non-Niuean visitors to the island, whilst figures also indicate a steady stream of departures resulting in the higher recorded figures for those leaving the island. A record 11 residents left the island permanently during the 3 months, a substantial number for the island's population. But according to the Statistics Office, that number is also an indication of expatriates contributing to the shift. However, all is not lost as 6 visitors decided to make Niue their home. So in the third quarter of 2015, 3,272 people arrived onto the island and 3,336 departed, showing a net migration of -64. Recorded arrivals showed 2,823, with 392 Niueans and 2,431 non-Niueans, with the highest arrivals in July. A total of 451 arrivals were returning residents. The departure figures showed 2,895 returning visitors left Niue, with 441 residents and 11 residents left the island permanently, with July also showing the highest departures. The average spending for the arriving visitors showed a very small average of $223.2 was spent by Niueans and 2,299.6 was spent by non-Niuean visitors. The Principal Fisheries Officer, James Tafatu, was at Auckland Airport this week to see firsthand the support that New Zealand biosecurity officers from the Ministry for Primary Industries are providing to the important work of enforcing a ban on the exportation of unga from Niue. Following a decision by the Niuean Cabinet earlier this year to ban the export of unga, in an effort to try and bring unga harvest rates back to sustainable levels. Cabinet endorsed a prohibition proposal from the Department of Forestry and Fisheries on the export of unga. This ban was later extended, and it is now illegal for any person to export unga, either whole or part of, alive or dead, from Niue. New Zealand biosecurity officers started checking passengers from Niue for unga to help support the important sustainability initiative in Niue. The monitoring of outgoing baggage by DAF fisheries officers in Niue during 2014 showed that between 8,000 to 10,000 individual unga were being taken off the island annually through Hannan International Airport by passengers travelling or returning to Auckland. Manager of the Compliance Operations of the Ministry of Primary Industry, Gary Orr, said they have been working closely with the Department of DAF in Niue through the Pacific Fisheries Management and Development Program to support the work done at the Niue border to save the population of the unga on Niue whilst maintaining their own high standards of biosecurity inspections at their borders in New Zealand. Taonga Niue has responded to the news item on TV Niue on Tuesday night, saying the New Zealand High Commission's office will embark on locating and marking the burial sites of the First World War veterans from Niue onto a global positioning system for future references of the descendants. According to Moira Enetama of Taonga Niue is central to the cause.
We welcome the initiative taken by the New Zealand High Commissioner, but I do wonder why this particular move now, and there are still graves out there in the bushes that have yet to be recognized with a proper war memorial tombstone for each of those people who are buried out there. We need a concerted effort to locate these the burial of some of these men, and I'd like to have some response from the Niue Return Association group. The department took the effort to do a lot of research throughout the year, and I think we have succeeded in identifying some of the burial places of these soldiers. There are still gaps to fill, but we would like to build on that. This is the same research we pick up from what Lingi Sisikefu and Margaret Pointer did earlier when they went around the island and they asked families to clear the land areas and identify the burial places of their ancestors. So we welcome the initiative, but we need a more considered effort. Tell us, because this is part of our role to look after these taonga. Where to from here? We need the people concerned to get together and please involve us because we have a lot to offer. And we need to do this the proper way. There's no point going out there and GPS all the graves specifically for the former soldiers. What about the rest of those people buried in the bushes? This is another way of looking at expanding the project.
She emphasized things could be done better if all concerned will liaise with the Taonga Niue first before embarking on the search and marking exercise, as her department has been involved with the exercise for a while. The police department is once again on the front foot, as they always do, about safety, driving to the conditions, drink driving and speeding on our roads, and most importantly for vehicle owners to make sure their motor vehicles are roadworthy and safe to drive on the roads, not only for the safety of the drivers but also the public at large.
A lot of the vehicles that we have checked, a lot of the warrants expired. Unfortunately, dated back to 2014, and most of those cars are, our elderlies. So, we're being lenient on it, but for those who we do think that it's just pure ignorant, those are the people that we're really trying to ensure that that they need to follow the law. It's not our intention to, but we need to ensure that the road is safe for this festive season. We've also got officers standing out on checkpoints for evidential breath testing. That's with those who are drinking and driving. We have gone through a couple in the last couple of weeks, and again, this is unacceptable behaviour with those who are getting behind the wheel knowing that they've had a few to drink. So again, this is a warning out to everyone on Niue that, please be mindful that if you are going to drink, find a sober driver. If you are going to drink, don't drive. And that's the simple message that we're sending out for this festive season. I can never be ever clear about that message, that if you are going to drive, make sure that you're not drinking alcohol. So everyone have a Merry Christmas from the Niue Police staff. We're out here to keep you safe, and all we're asking is your contribution to help us make this festive season one of the best festive seasons that we've had in the last couple of years. So thank you, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
At the moment, the police are concentrating having checkpoints in town as most work or travel to for their various purposes, but Tony Edwards said he strongly urged that his department is keeping a vigilant effort to police the outer villages as well, and anyone caught breaking any driving laws or have no warrant of fitness on their vehicles will receive infringement notices, and that will be the last thing he wants. Taking away the people's only means of transport, especially during the holiday period upon us. And to end our news bulletin for tonight, the commercial centre in town was a hive of activities for the kids this morning and parents who accompanied them. The fun-themed get-together was initiated by the Tamamana group, who has been instrumental in keeping our young ones motivated to embrace life in Niue, even with limited resources at times. There was plenty of activities and various prizes for the winners, but the faces of the celebration finished at 12 midday, giving everybody plenty of time to go about their shopping and getting ready for Christmas. Tamamana wishes all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. That's our final news bulletin for 2015. Thank you very much for the year that you have continued to join us. We also would like to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a wonderful and prosperous 2016. Good evening.